How's it going, guys? Welcome back to the Black Metal Rebellion. I'm your host, Jesse Morgan, and today I'm going to be doing a kind of short punk collection update here. Sorry I haven't really done too significant on the channel recently. I hope you guys enjoyed the few bands that I uploaded on my channel here of the local punk show that I caught. That being Kibosh, which is kind of a power violence band, and then the brother of my guitarist's band, Tyler's band, in Cigar Hurt Babies, which I plan on doing a review of their demo and a giveaway in a future video. And I hope you enjoyed the band that I really liked and got some merch of, that being a patch and a shirt, that being the Electric Dead, which was a pretty cool, pretty awesome horror punk band from St. Catharines. Definitely check them out. The other band that was playing was ended up being the headliner instead of being the second headliner, was Door and Floors. They've got a bunch of videos on YouTube and they've got a channel, stuff like that. Definitely go check them out too. They're pretty good. Kind of remind me of Nirvana a bit here and there, but then they also had their own flavor worth viewing, so definitely make sure to check them out. If I remember, I'll try to stick a link to some of their stuff in the video description of this, and maybe include one in one of the last shows. Probably be in this video though. So anyway, without further ado, let's get into the stuff I've actually collected recently. The first up is Leftover Crack's second album. This is Fuck World Trade. Pretty decent release if you're into kind of like that crusty punk type of style, and they kind of do a bunch of different things, not just crust punk. They do ska, they do like just straightforward kind of street punk, and they do kind of screamy stuff. They do some crusty stuff, lots of different things they do in this. They also do a revisiting of the song Rock the 40 Ounce from one of their early demos. Pretty cool that they included that on here. But yeah, not bad. The one before this that I've actually got on vinyl, that being Mediocre Generica, was actually, I think, a little better than this. But this is still really good for what it is. Glad to have found that the local used CD store, Deja Vu Discs in Oshawa here. It's got a little bit of a rip here because it's a used digipack, and that's kind of why I hate digipacks. Like, I'm not going to be able to replace that at all, and it's just going to continue to rip and get worse as it wears on. Like, this digipacks basically just deteriorate on the shelf, so it is what it is. Alright, second CD we got today is the fourth album by Flagg. This is The Terror State. On the front there it says, "Innocence is the first casualty." And kind of is. In war and kind of, like, I think what they mean is maybe just growing up. Innocence is the first casualty of becoming an adult. There you have the Terror State actually showing on the CD there and stating that that's what album it is. And then the dudes from Flagg in the band there. It's all right. It's pretty good. Like, this was kind of where they started going more kind of pop punk style of punk, and not so much like the anarcho kind of just regular street punk that they used to be back in their first two albums, which I really dig. I still need to get the oh my god, the one that came out before Mobilize, that compilation, so the third album. But this one's alright. It's still got some decent stuff on here. I really like Turncoat. Rank and File is okay. Operation Iraqi Liberation, aka Oil, that's pretty good too. Yeah, they kind of get a little up their own ass when it comes to kind of politics and social politics and stuff like that, especially after this album. Like, this one's pretty bad when it comes to the social and political stuff and preachiness of it, but still some decent songs in this, still pretty good riffs, very catchy. And then leads me to this one. This one's also okay. I still prefer their earlier stuff, but this is their 6th album, The Bright Lights of America. Really stepped up the political and social commentary and kind of preachiness in this album as well. Good and Ready's an okay song. That's the only thing I can think of, but they're all right songs. Like the riffing is good, the vocals are good. They've got some kind of catchy stuff going on, but the lyrics to some of these songs are just way too preachy for my taste. A little too up their own ass to kind of, as some people would put, social justice warrior-y or PC. But other than that, it's a okay punk, pop punk, whatever you want to label Anti-Flagg at this stage in their career. I'll probably eventually get them all, except for the new one. The new one, oh my goodness, I don't even know. I can't even take them seriously with the new one, but we'll see. Now into some better stuff. This is Bad Religion with their 8th album. This is Stranger Than Fiction. I've probably shown this off in one of my early videos, showing off my mainstream music collection, but maybe not. I sold this album to Deja Vu Discs, not this exact one. They probably sold it, but this is an album by Bad Religion that I sold to them. And then I started getting back into punk again. I'm like, well, fuck, I'm gonna have to go get that album. So, luckily, they had it stocked at the Deja Vu Discs where I shop for used discs and CDs again. So I got it, and honestly, it brought back my love for this album way more than I did back when I first originally owned it. And I definitely appreciate this a lot more than I did then. The songs on here are fantastic. Really, really good Bad Religion tracks. Hooray for Me and Fuck You is hilarious. I love that track. Stranger Than Fiction's pretty decent. Better Off Dead's pretty decent. 21st Century Digital Boy is really good. This is a really, really good Bad Religion album. If you get any, consider this one, Suffer, or Hell Couldn't Be Any Worse. Those 3 are probably the best ones. And then maybe the one with American Jesus on it, which I believe is... fucking hell. Recipe for Hate. But yeah, great album, Stranger Than Fiction, 8th album by Bad Religion. The second last CD that I got here is the 2nd album by Rancid. This is Let's Go. Really, really good punk stuff. Maybe a little bit of ska here and there, I believe in it. Lots of tracks. It's got Radio, Tenderloin, Let's Go. Trying to see here. Those are the only ones that stand out in my mind, but there's a lot of good tracks on this regardless. Definitely worth getting if you're into punk at all. Probably one of my favorite Rancid albums. Still need to get the new one, because that's a really good album. Like, they kind of started going at the end there, but like, the new album's really good. I need to get Troublemaker. I think this was the first one that Lars Fredriksson appeared on, because I don't think he's on the first one. But yeah, great album with Rancid's Let's Go. And the last thing on here, I don't have any cue cards for. This is a band from Oshawa, Ontario. This is Something Worth Saving's first debut release, called SWS. Obviously just the initials of the band name. These guys are kind of an alternative post-hardcore kind of band that's got some metalcore elements. It's got some slight hardcore elements. It's kind of like early Black Veil Brides and some Pierce the Veil kind of stuff. Not too punk at all. There's maybe a slight tinge of punk here and there as I punch my electric kit. But yeah, I was really shocked to see this at the Deja Vu Discs. And since it's local, since it's sort of in the punk scene-ish area, I'm like, man, I gotta get this. And my sister actually introduced me to these guys. And Blue Eyes. If you're going to check out any song by Something Worth Saving, check out the track Blue Eyes. That's the one that kind of sealed the deal for me. I'm like, man, the chorus in that, it's like, this isn't heavy stuff. This is not like heavy or hardcore punk or like really like aggressive stuff. It's just something that you can put on and be like, that's mellow, that's nice. It's got like a good emotional response. It's got some nice kind of feel. You've got the feels to it. Really good stuff if you can stand that kind of style of music. Really glad that I found it. Like I said, it's rare. These guys probably ran out of prints of these years ago. This was made in 2009. I think released just by the band. So pretty stoked to have this. Really cool. I might leave a link to these guys' Blue Eyes song in the description if I can remember to do so. Anyways, hope you enjoyed it. Hope some of these albums and bands appeal to my punk and kind of hardcore viewers. Maybe I've convinced you to maybe branch out from metal and check out some of this stuff. Let me know if any of my kind of punk related videos has inspired you to at least give something a shot. That'd be cool to know. But yeah, other than that, I do have a couple more collection videos to go through. I have a small black metal collection to do, 4 CDs, and whenever the 4th death metal CD decides to arrive in the mail, I'll do another short death metal CD collection update. So 2 more of those coming. Definitely look forward to the black metal one. Got some cool stuff in there, and I got a horror movies to watch or enjoy episode coming up soon too. So some cool content nonetheless. For Glory, for the Raelian, Slimerella out.